As the title of the video suggests, I got a flat tire. I was driving home. I wasn't driving, my mom was driving. I can't drive yet. Well, actually, as of recording this video, I got my permit 3 days ago. It was awesome. The test wasn't that hard. I got like 7 wrong, which like isn't a perfect score, but it wasn't too hard. But we were on the freeway coming home from school after a long day. I had finished all my water. I had no water left. We were driving on the freeway when we heard a pop. I was like, that's probably not good. We probably just like ran over something. After a few seconds, we started to hear like a rolling sound, something that a tire isn't supposed to sound like. And then the tire pressure light goes on. And that's not supposed to go on when your tires are fine. So we're like, oh no, we have a flat tire. So we pull over to the side of the freeway and put our emergency lights on. And behind us, it clears out. There's nobody behind us. The trucks were passing us. So as we drive down the freeway, we're like 2 miles away from the nearest exit because there's this stretch of road just doesn't have very many exits. And so we're on the freeway going like 30 miles an hour with the flat tire. And so we finally get to the exit, and there's a 76 store right in front of us. So we pull into the 76, and we're like, oh my gosh, are we gonna die? This is not good. So I know how to jack up a car and change a tire. I've changed brakes a few times, but I was talking to my mom, and we decided that we probably shouldn't change the tire yet because, like, what if it's not inflated all the way? Just various other reasons. So we call my dad, and he doesn't pick up the first time. So I call him on my phone because maybe he didn't see it from my mom. So he texts me back after sending me a voicemail and says, I'm in a meeting. And I say, oh, me and mom got a flat tire. We're at the 76 and so and so. He's like, oh, okay, 1 second. And so he calls us a few minutes later, leaving the meeting. And he's like, yeah, I'll go home and get the tools. Just hang tight for like an hour because it's like a 40-minute drive plus like getting the tools and everything, getting home. So we're sitting in the car. We're listening to some music for an hour. We get some water from the 76. And luckily, we had 5 pounds of animal crackers in the trunk for some reason. We just decided to get those. So I was just snacking on all the animal crackers because I had finished my lunch from school. And then my dad finally came. We jacked the car up. We changed the tire. We put the car down. And the tire was flat. It was like 20 FP or 20 psi. And it advertises it's supposed to be up to 60 when you start driving. So that doesn't work, but we can't go anywhere. So we make it to the tire pressure filler thing in the gas station, and we check the PSI and it's at 20. And so we fill it up, and usually the tire pressure of a tire is 45, I think, not 60. And this tire is pretty small, so like it's gonna blow up if we put it to 60. So we put it to 45. We put it on the car, and we're like, oh dang, that doesn't work either. When we put the car down, the tire shrunk. It deflated. It was kind of funny. So we're like, oh, I guess we do need to go all the way up to 60. So we fill it up to 60, bring it to the car, we put it on, and it looks suspiciously small. Its spare tires just don't look good. So we call Costco and we're like, hey, do you have a meeting to like get new tires anytime soon? They're like, yeah, you can buy a set of 4 for this much money, and we could get you in tonight. We're like, oh, sweet, that's awesome. When do we need to be there? Be there before 7 p.m. And it's 5 o'clock right now. So we're like, oh, I think we can do that. And so I got home with my dad, and my mom drives to the Costco to get the tires changed and everything. But it was a crazy experience. I don't recommend it. Um, Luckily, it wasn't a blowout, though. A blowout would have been a lot worse. We probably would have gotten in a car crash, but I'm very thankful that we just hit a nail and there's a hole in our tire. I also got my permit, so that was awesome. It was amazing. I walked into the DMV with my mom again. Waited 20 minutes in line. They told us to go sit down with a number, so we did. My number got called. They were like, okay, we're going to take your picture. So I lined up on the line with the screen behind me. and they counted down. I hear counting down isn't very normal, so I guess I was lucky, bro. My picture looks so good. So then I go take the test. I think it was like 15 minutes later. I finished. I passed. I got my permit. So I can't actually start driving till I take a single practice lesson with the DMV, I think. And then I can start driving, but I have that scheduled for Monday next week. So yeah, I'll be able to drive soon and hopefully not get a flat tire. But yeah.